Welcome to episode 526 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Primo, aka Prime, aka Luciano, Tim Kincaid, and Tim Armstrong in the building. And we were talking about the 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles. By the way that the news is being spread out there about our Philadelphia Eagles, you would think we were in last place in the NFL. But this is a first place team in the NFC East. Put some respect on our Eagles name. Just a big shout out to all the Eagle fans that we saw out there in Green Bay. I think it was a great experience overall. I think I don't like to speak for anyone, but I think it was a bucket list moment for all of us that went out there. A lot of history, a lot of just a very like Hall of Fame feeling out there. I mean, to leave the stadium. There's a shot of me and Prime leaving the stadium. We were bundled up, man. We went to some place called Fleet Farm. Got us some gear. I was in there with farmers. I was like, let me get some Carhartt bib, like I was working the union. But it was just a good overall environment, man. We definitely showed up as a fan base. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. We were out there with all these fans, so the energy level was very high going into the game. So obviously, getting all the way into damn near the end of the game where we hardly had scored points. I mean, at the halftime, talking about 0-0, it was a very tense playoff-like atmosphere. I thought the fans, the Packer fans I think they were tense. We were tense, and we're like, "Where's the offense?" But we finally put some points up. At one point in the game, we're up 10. I felt like the stadium was pretty much flat. Eagle fans are normally known for their booing. We actually heard Packer fans booing. So I think, with all that's being said in the media about the offense not scoring enough points, I think the blessings should be poured on the defense. The defense played outstanding. Just 7 points they gave up against a pretty good Packers offense. We shut down the run. I think that's what we should lead with. They had a pretty good defense. Their front was very tough. I think they confused Jalen at times, but when Jalen needed to make a big play, he did. And that's at the end of the day, we have to talk about stacking dubs as much as the media, local media, national media, people all over every socials will critique everything. We leave there with a dub. We're ahead of the Packers, Bucks, Rams in tiebreaker situations. You beat the Lions. That's even we're in a better state of mind when it comes to playoff seeding. But I'm super tired, but for the show I'm very excited right now. I'm wide awake. Woke up at 10:30 today. I mean, Prime, how are you feeling? Coming off a big win. Is this a big one for you? Even though we scored 10 points, is it still a big W for you?
Absolutely, man. I mean, it definitely puts us in a good spot, like you had mentioned. I mean, it's a game that we needed against a division rival, for the playoff seedings and stuff like that. If it came down to the wire, so I'm gonna say it definitely was a big game. First game that I've ever experienced where it went 0-0 going into halftime. It's like you said, man. It was like a playoff intense game. The stadium was rocking. I mean, the energy that we brought, from Philly into Green Bay was popping as well. I mean, big shout out to Philly Sports Trips. Big shout out to you and me and Dooney and Bob holding it down. We were the coordinators for this trip that we ended up hosting this past weekend. And by far, I gotta say, this trip moved up to my top 3 trips, man. I mean, this was a great time. Green Bay, shout out to Green Bay, man. It was a great city to go ahead and be in. I had a blast. Yeah, I mean, the game was it was all over, man. The offense definitely was not looking good on either side of the ball, for the Green Bay Packers and for ourselves. But the defense, it came to a very defensive game. And, shout out to Miami Hurricane alumni, man. Jalen Phillips coming in and doing his thing, bro. I mean, it was just like good to see and seeing him, explode the way he did, making his first appearance. It felt good seeing BG on the field as well. I mean, We noticed in the very beginning of the game that he was already back to his normal self, chatting away, shit talking, and pretty much picking up where he left off at. Um, but the big story, like you said, is what the media is looking at. They're trying to turn this game into like something that like a big situation, and they have every right to, because this weekend's opponent is somebody we can't sleep on, somebody we can't go in there with that same scheme, and we gotta really tighten up. And this is a game. This is another game we need. We need this. We're gonna get this W against the Lions. It's got to come. Correct. It's got to come with a better offensive scheme, and you know, we don't need to question the defense as much, because they're doing their thing, but just hoping that it stays consistent and they go into this weekend with the same flow. Other than that, yeah, man. I mean, it was a great time all around, and I'm glad we got to experience it together.
Yeah, shout out to Dooney in the chat. Shout out the big dog. He conducted a great event this week. But Tim, I mean, what were your feelings? I mean, I had to rewatch the game today. You got to see this on TV. What was your overall feeling coming off this game?
First and foremost off, I definitely want to say happy veterans to for those guys that sacrificed their lives and set their lives aside to fight for this country and so we can live free. So shout out to my pops, shout out to Big Frank, shout out to my Uncle Bounce, everybody, man. Thank you. So now to the game. Winning close games is a skill. And the reason why I say I think it is a good skill, because all three phases of the game was displayed. Some were the good, the bad, the ugly. So I'm going to go through of what I seen on TV, because I didn't get to do, the holy grail of going to a stadium. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. But first things first, man. The scripted portion of the beginning of the game was perfect, minus the fumble. Jalen, that was a wonky fumble. He obviously he's not trying to fumble, but he fell on top of Valentine, I want to say, or the safety. I'm not sure who it was. He was definitely trying to get down. But before that, bro, the Eagles ate the clock up for 9 minutes. 9 minutes for 77 yards down the field before the fumble. So the scripted, it worked. After that, it got a little wonky. That's when the ugly came in, and the ugliness came because it came predictable. I think they were dropping. Well, I know they were pulling down the safety into the 8-man box because they were trying to stop Saquon, and then they were backing up. There was times where it was basically dropping 7 guys, and there was only 2 wide receivers running the routes. Going off the under the center was helping a lot, but there's too many penalties on the offensive line. Like Jordan Mailata, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's too many, man. It is too many. Brett Toth, too many. The holding calls were just getting crazy. It was crazy. And then I'm going to head off into the play calling. Play calling was atrocious when it came down to what they wanted to do and what they need to do. I don't know if they went rogue. I know that's the biggest rumor going on right now, which is crazy. I don't know. I'm not in the huddle. We're not in the huddle. They won the game. It is what it is. But what I'm seeing is it's just you're playing conservative throughout the whole game, and you do bonehead plays, calling bonehead plays to see if you can shock them with something. And it's not working, especially when they went for it on, was it 4th and 6? And I don't know what happened between Jalen and AJ, but we'll get to that. We'll talk about the whole AJ situation, because that's an elephant.
I'm actually looking forward to talking about that one.
I feel you. I can tell by your face. So, and with that being said, though, is, and I hope not. I hope I don't make a controversy here. Would it be fool us to make that phone call to get Brian Dable? Just got fired from the Giants.
It's too late.
Too late.
Consult.
We need something. We need something. We need a twist.
Something wrong.
We need a twist. We need a turn. We need something, because offensive play calling is garbage. It's garbage. I don't understand it. Like, you're going against the Vikings. you look like a full team. Like you look like you had a full recipe of, okay, this is what we're going to do. And then coming into this week, it's like, bro, what are we doing? What, like, I just don't understand it. It's also inconsistent play calling. But the Eagles got the win. And like I said, I want to hit 2 points on the head is winning a football game, especially close games, is a skill. And I feel like this is a Philadelphia Eagles team that's gritty enough to make that way to drive to the Super Bowl.
Now, how are you feeling, Tim? I know you were out there live in Green Bay with Mr. Dunebug over here. So I mean, how are you feeling?
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Dude, I'm having computer issues. It's driving me crazy. I mean,
He's still in Green Bay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I legit think that's the issue. My computer thinks it asked me what I got on. It's like, did you change locations? I think I'm connecting to the wrong point, but whatever the case may be, I had a fantastic time in Green Bay. I enjoyed every minute of it. I thought the people were way too nice to the point where it was unnerving. I found one guy that turned around and was giving me, I turned around to him during the game and I said, "You're my guy, me and you, all game." And I was able to talk a little smack with him. It was a defensive game. You know what I mean? If you're a fan of football and you watch that game, the defense on both sides showed out. And I was trying to watch it back today. I got through halftime. There's not much you can't say about either side's defense. They both did their thing. The biggest takeaway from our game is we left with a W. We are number 1 overall in the NFC. Not the NFC, I mean, the NFC East, but on top of that, NFC period, we are still number 1 overall. So with that being said, there's a lot of things that, to your guys' point, that the team, we're getting under a microscope and we're getting over scrutinized because we're the champs. We're coming off of the Super Bowl win. We're going to get looked at from that point of view, but it's nothing that has me too scared. And to your point, I know we're going to touch on it later, but the AJ situation, it is what it is at this point. Like, he gets the ball and he gets the ball. I think the defense adding Jalen Phillips, it looked like a completely different system out there, having the rotation, having all the players ready to go. I enjoyed every minute of it. Shout out to Eddie, who was able to take care of us, and we were able to switch seats, but I had to go down close to the stadium and watch the game and be able to talk a little smack with some of the Packer fans. And I enjoyed every minute of this game. This was 100% bucket list item. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. They did a fantastic job. I enjoyed every minute with you guys, and this was just an awesome game to be at. I mean, it was close, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, my thing is, like, people expect perfection, especially in the city, but just in general, of the way that Hurts's missed reads or missed throws are put under a magnifying glass versus, a Mahomes or a Josh Allen might be losing to or might be just any. I mean, no one's perfect. I do think if Hurts does not fumble, I felt like the energy would have flipped earlier. Like I felt like once we were up 10, took the life out of that stadium. I did come back and get a touchdown. I mean, I think we could also speak first to the play that, not that they went rogue. Obviously, there's checks. They know. I mean, we were live at the Minnesota game, and we saw them check into a fourth down bomb to. I mean, not a bomb, but like a fade to AJ. Obviously, you want to connect on those things, but the difference of 25 yards or such, if you kick the ball and make them, come from the 10 versus where they were at. Sirianni spoke to the wind being an issue. I saw Tanner McKee talking about one of our punts got blocked earlier, but I just felt like, your defense has been playing all world. Let them do their job, because they just held them to 7 points. Why not let them finish it up? be your closer. Always be closing. So I do think. I mean, what were your feelings? I mean, Prime. Did you think? I mean, I'll ask you while we're at the airport. Punt, field goal, or like AJ Brown is. This is what we do. Not you're not surprised. Where are you going with that ball? Are you kicking it? Are you punting it? Or are you throwing it?
So I'm gonna be honest. When you first asked me the question, I said might as well go for the field goal because if we're going to plan on keeping the ball at the same spot, at least make the attempts for 3 points. And then Todd was there with us, and then we ended up asking him the question. And he had a good point.
Todd
You know, what I
Harriman.
mean, it was Todd Harriman. He was, you know, if you go ahead and throw that ball like he did, and it got intercepted, it's also considered like a punt. You know what I mean? So I didn't honestly look at it that way. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that play, all right, because you know it's in me, and I want to just go ahead and let loose on it because I'm watching who I say to this day, from the very beginning of the season to this day, the number one wide receiver, Devontae Smith. You see the way that boy goes up for the balls. You see the way that boy makes plays. That's the one guy that we could count on to go ahead and make those plays for us. AJ Brown. Tim, you said it is what it is with him right now. If he gets the ball thrown to him, whatever, yeah, absolutely right, because that's how I'm feeling. Right now, at this point, it is what it is. You're gonna get some targets, or you're not gonna get some targets. I'm tired. I'm tired of whatever's coming out your mouth, or I'm tired of whatever's building up. But dude, I'm gonna tell you that play, after watching it replay again, that was a play that he could have easily went up for. And mossed the shit out of that guy for that touchdown. All right, on that 4th and 6. It was right there. All you had to do was just go up right over the defender. Easily. At that Devontae Smith, all day. You see the one that he ended up getting a touchdown on. It was a high ball. He went up for it. You know what I mean? I just don't see why we can't get that effort out of AJ. A lot of this could probably be handled differently if we get a little bit more of an attempt from him. His demeanor and his attitude as he's being targeted, it's just not the same anymore, man. I'm watching it. And we're trying to show him so much love and boost him up because being in that stadium and his very first catch, he hurt us Eagles fans. We got excited for him. But it was just still his attitude and his body language was just in a different stage, man. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I honestly would have went field goal, you know, just to make the attempt to go for 3 and you know, definitely put a little bit of a gap with the 3 points. But you know, Todd Harriman did have a good point. You know, had it got thrown up and it got intercepted. Hey, it's just pretty much considered like a punt.
Kincaid, were you kicking, punting, going for broke?
I was fine with going for broke. I was fine with it. But to go back to what you were saying, Primo, I've really never even seen AJ actually go up and go get one and moss somebody like that. He's usually a muscle. He's usually muscling you out. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know what I mean? So I can definitely see that. But I thought it was a PI, in my opinion, because Valentine never turned his head. He was damn near about to tackle him. But I can definitely see where everybody's eyes where the effort wasn't where it needs to be. It needs to be at 110. Let's put it that way. And then the next day you go play Madden with a streamer and you say the things that you say that actually puts the ice on the top and pisses people off. But there's two perspectives of where I see where this is coming from, and I get where AJ's coming from, but I also it's like, yo, dog, I can't really back you when you're doing, excuse my language, dumb shit like this. Because not only are you saying things that you're saying and you're saying it on platforms, you're discrediting your teammates. Like you are you not getting that? Like you have a brand that says check on your peoples, but you're not having that same type of energy towards the guys that you go to war with, you suit up with, and you're on the field. But I also see on the other side where AJ's like, yo, I'm top 5 in the league. You look at Jamar Chase, he's getting 18, 20 balls getting thrown to him. But he's also has Joe Flacco, and he is an old school quarterback.
And how many wins?
Exactly. That's what I was about to get to. They're not winning. So this is a team sport. So you got to understand something where it's and you both were correct. It is what it is at this point. You're stuck here. I think me personally, I think this is probably off season. He asks for a trade, and he's probably going to have to reduce that salary. And then, hey, Kit Ross, good riddance. But we all want to see AJ succeed in this position, even in Philly. And I mean, this is like I said this a couple years ago when we traded for him. This is like baby T.O. coming back to Philadelphia. And it was like, yo, and he'd go and doing sit-ups in the garage, in the driveway, and then boom, he's gone. And then there we go. Can't have nice things in Philly. And it just seems like that, bro. Like when you get somebody with that talent, you have an attitude. And you have a C on your chest too, dog. Like I see it in both view of sight. I really do. But it's just hard to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you put in your stats and you're telling people, yo, this is what I did last year or the year before, the 2023, dog, like 2022, dog. We didn't win either one of those games those that year, except last year. It just sucks, man. It sucks. And then you look at Josh Allen, bro. Josh Allen lost to the Dolphins. Ain't nobody talking about Josh Allen. They're all they're just crucifying Jalen Hurts.
No, Mr. Armstrong, kick, punt, go for it.
I'm okay with going for it based on where we were on the field. I don't know if it was the right call, but when I saw it, it looked like it was there. And are we still going with AJ? Because I have a lot to say. I got a few things I have to say. You want to wait till later? Or
the opportunity's there.
I mean, I think just in general, I think when it comes down to it, for me, I feel like the relationship between quarterback and wide receiver, one, A or B, whether way you look at it, is not in a good place. It's not like you can hide that. You hear things, doing stuff that we do and just being around, you hear stuff. But the fact that you have a better relationship with probably a streamer than you do with your QB1 or like on YouTube weightlifters, and you have a better, like, I would like to see them work things out. It has to happen between captains. And the C on your chest, I've been saying it over and over and time again. I mean, the stuff that I look at is between the whistle. Every game that we go to, when you're at the game, watching the sidelines and seeing the body language that Prime alluded to, that we all talk about, the reason why I go to a preseason, get a 50-yard line, sit row 4, and watch body language to see how these players are interacting, because that's how much of a nerd that we are over here. But the body language, is just not good. And I do think while he might be a leader in the locker room to a lot of the players and such, I'm sure his work ethic's crazy. I know he works hard, but the effort is, as hard as you work on your craft as a player, let's work on your craft as a communicator. Whether it's, do you feel like you need to be passive aggressive with your communication, or do you go down the hallway and take one into the locker room and say, we need to talk, go out to dinner, let's work on these things, and then hash it out with Patullo and Sirianni? But even if that was taken out of context, which as a captain or a football player, you should know that these things get taken out of context. The number one thing that we should be talking about is this win, not waking up. I woke up to like Prime's text, Tim's text, and Armstrong calls me. He's like, you just wake up, man? You sound like you got stuff in your eyes. I'm like, I just woke up. What's going on with AJ? We should be talking about a W. And as a captain, he should know that in the town of Philadelphia, city of Philadelphia, it's going to cause drama. And your coach is now taking questions about what you said in a stream with a Washington Commanders streamer.
Right.
It's not. I know. Prime, you're ready to Say
Well, I mean, my big here, I gotta say what my thoughts are. I have to. He hasn't been healthy all year, 100%. If you look at what he studied in college, it was communication and journalism. The best way to avoid any conversation of what's actually going on with you is to deflect. Everything he's done has been a deflection. And the biggest thing that you brought up, Gail, and I've been an AJ supporter all the way since the beginning. This year, he's losing me because these guys trained in the offseason. Jalen knows AJ better than any other receiver. When he forces him to the ball, it's to the sideline. When he forces him the ball, it's to a slant route. He is not giving him the ball in key positions because I feel that he knows he is not good. He is not 100. I've only seen him run 2 double move routes this year. Next week, he was injured. His hamstring was jacked up again. I don't think he can unload it. When there was a ball thrown, I think it was against the Rams, it was directly in front of me. He just stopped running. It wasn't a horrible throw. It wasn't 30 yards past him. AJ just stopped running. And right then I said, he's not good. Something is not where it needs to be. And it has been driving me nuts. And I just feel that, to Tim's point, if he's that miserable here and he's not happy with the Philly media and whatever the case may be, you don't get on. And when the streamer asked you, he asked him, how's life? And he said, I'm good. Family's good. The offense has been playing like trash. To Kincaid's point, you're wearing a C on your chest. You didn't have to bring that up. He wasn't hitting you with hard questions. He wasn't trying to beat you up on the stream. You just opened the door. And then when he throws him the ball in the game, tells him, this is the only place I'm going to get it. Drop me in fantasy. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
like, you're just putting stuff out there for everyone to look at you. It's driving me absolutely insane.
I think the biggest part was when he said it was a shit show. That
But he
was,
said he actually said for shit show.
yeah. Oh, I don't know, but that the whole thing, bro. It bothered me. It rubbed me the wrong way. And then you guys didn't see it because I watched it on TV. And that was clipping. I don't care what nobody say. Marcus Parsons tripped Saquon because Saquon was about to take that Jawn to the house, right? Saquon gets on the sideline, grabs a blue tablet, and he's laughing and keying with the offense. He's asking the offensive guys, hey, what did you see on this one? All right, next time I'm going to go around, blah, 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 blah. That's what we need. In between, you know, when you're on the sidelines, communicate. Communication is the only way you're going to get this thing better. That's the only way. If you're going to just sit and pout and I'm not going to say nothing, I'm going to be quiet, that gives you to the point where, like me, like we all play sports, right? And we've always had with that one guy, I'm not saying he's like a hothead. I'm not saying AJ's a hothead. I'm not saying that. But he's irritated. He's like, I'm not getting the ball. I'm not feeling loved. And then you go, okay, now your mind and your game is about to get out of your game because you got to make him feel included, forcing him, doing this and doing that. And I think Jalen's not going to be, he's not tolerating it. He's like, I'm going to run the offense how they're asking me to run the offense. That's why I think it is. And it's uncomfortability for the whole squad when you're doing that.
And Bob from Down Under asks, is AJ calling third down run calls? No, he's not. But here's the thing. We wouldn't be talking about this. We wouldn't be talking, like, there'd be a brief segment about third down run calls. Like, was this the right call? 30 seconds. Not all day, all over social media. Not all day on ESPN. That would be a snip, a little piece, and then move on. Instead, the whole world's talking about it. We're 7-2. What the hell are we doing?
7-2. Primo, go ahead.
No, it's just it's very disturbing, man. Like I'm one that's been defending this guy day in and day out, man. You know what I mean? At work with the amount of people that you know, AJ ain't this, AJ ain't that. Like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and figure it out, man. Stop worrying about my dude, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's just like I'm throwing in the white flag, bro. Like I can't, you know what I mean? It's like Tim said, you keep on defending him, and here he just keeps on digging a deeper and deeper hole every time. I just don't get it. I wish he did have that same mentality Saquon had, going it back to the sideline and thinking, what can I do better on the next play, on the next opportunity? And it would be nice to see AJ do that, especially with you rocking the C on your jersey. That's the type of attitude we need to have, man. So I mean, like, it's frustrating because, us fans giving as much as we do, being at all these games, making these trips, and this is what we're getting in return. I know we're here talking about this team like we're losing and everything. You're right. We do have a 7-2 record, but we still have a long way to go. It's only the 10th week. We still have a long way to go. And I really hope to God they just figure this shit out, or he cuts his shit out and wakes up with a different attitude tomorrow. Like, that's just me, speaking into existence. Like, just fix it, man. Fix whatever, or holla at me. You talk about reach out to your peeps. Reach out to one of us for, you know what I mean? Maybe we could give you some insight, like whatever you need. All right, stop talking to the Washington streamers. Come and talk to us Philly streamers. You know what I mean? Let us tell you how we really feel.
I'll hop on Madden. I'll hop on Madden for you.
Like, please.
But
like, bro, you're a very talented dude. You got the skill set, man. Yeah, you are a number one receiver, but act like one. Because right now you acting like a number one diva. It's bad, man. It's just not making no sense.
Wouldn't it be nicer to be having a conversation of the impact of the move that Howie just made?
Yeah.
Instead of talking about
Philadelphia, bro, we love we thrive off chaos.
I mean, speaking of chaos and who was doing the Lord's work, I can assure you that we all get on the same page as Jalen Phillips as our defensive MVP. And my thing is, and I said this earlier to I think it was I was talking to Helena about it, just being like the difference in self-awareness that you see from Jalen Phillips, who just came from Miami, which is in turmoil, which is in he wanted out. He wouldn't probably say that, but to show up in Philadelphia with a winning team, and he talked about the locker room and the confidence level that he felt right away, like blending in with these guys. From the first snap of the game, you felt his presence to the last snap, and him being emotionally intelligent in the way that he's handling the media and he's saying all the right things. And I mean, this dude needs to be commended. I think Jalen Phillips is, he led the edge group in snaps. I think he fits in well with this team. I mean, it was not only, we're talking about we've had the most pressures all season since we got him. I mean, it took one game, and now we're getting pressure at the quarter. Their quarterback, Mobb Deep, shook once the whole game, and I think Jalen Phillips is a big part of that. Can we all say defensive MVP? If anyone want to give another game ball to someone else about defensive?
All right, since you took Jalen, I gotta give it to my guy Majomo. Like, he called out the play, inside run, going his way. I don't know if you heard the mic up, and then Jalen Phillips. I mean, he's a monster, bro. It seemed like he was here all year, like he fit it like a glove, like a Michael Jackson glove, moonwalking. 25th anniversary. It was just crazy, but yeah, I'm about to go with Majomo, but Jaden Phillips definitely defensive MVP.
What about you, Primo? You got another guy you want to shout out?
No, there is no other guy. I mean, the defense altogether played, united and all that stuff. But I mean, you said it yourself, bro. Jaden Phillips. I mean, he was the key factor of that game. I mean, from the very beginning to the very end. Attitude, the interview was great. Just hearing how he's feeling, it was a great impression, he made in his first appearance as an Eagle. And I'm in the stands with you. You're right. This was the most pressure we've seen all season, and it definitely opened up for other guys. I mean, you could go ahead and name anybody on that line as honestly as an MVP because they were getting more opportunity in this game than they had all year. So yeah, I mean, but he was the key factor. He was a difference maker on why we got so many opportunities. So now I'm with you, bro. Phillips all day, and that's the U, baby. That's the U.
Yeah. I know he had to bring that.
Of course.
Eddie, I gave Eddie a shout out earlier. Much respect. Eddie hooked me and Sarah up. Once again, we were warm inside, but I ran down to the field in the second half. I couldn't help it. We went up there. It was nice and warm.
I gotta go get me something to keep me warm and everything.
Hey, shout out to Eddie, man. We had already checked into the stadium, and then we saw your text. And I was like, God damn. But we appreciate it. We appreciate your support. But we also talking about the offense. Now it hasn't been great, but we got some juice from a couple players that I'll let someone go first. But I know my offensive MVP will go with Tim. Tim Kincaid? Who's your offensive MVP?
Offensive MVP, I'm gonna have to go with that man, Slim Reaper, bro. Come on now, clutch. He was so clutch, and his route running is impeccable. So separation was crazy. And he was going against Nix, which is he's a Compton goon. He's a good DB, and he was whooping that route tree all over him. So shout out to Slim Reaper.
Mr. Armstrong, who's your offensive MVP?
So I agree with Kincaid, but after watching the game back a little bit today, I'm going to give it to Goddard. He might not have gotten the ball a lot, but watching the game back with us running, he looks healthy because he is putting his helmet into people's chests. He is blocking like a monster. And from that type of tight end to have the ability not only to catch the ball the way he does when he finds spots in space, but to also block like that, it takes away the force of bringing in a Fred Johnson all the time. Like, we don't have to bring in that extra lineman on design run play. So Smitty would have been first, but shout out to Dallas Goedert. I thought he had a hell of a game.
That's a good one.
A lot of love for Slim Reaper. Primo, another.
I mean, those two are the ones that really stood out the most. I mean, I could pick Smith. Nah, but I mean, like 60 yards, 22 attempts. Like, yeah, I get it and everything, but you got to keep it real. Being real. Those two were the clutch because you had Goddard with the four receptions, 43 yards. Smith with the 4 receptions, 69 yards, but they balled their ass off. It wasn't just the receptions. It's like you said, it was the blocking. It was all giving their all, which they do week in, week out. I can pick Smitty every goddamn week because he's clutch. He's guaranteed. You know what I mean? And I'm really, really waiting on that week where I could come out and say AJ Brown, because I haven't said AJ Brown all year yet.
I will say this though. I will say this. AJ did block. He had a good block, and I don't know how Saquon got tackled on that one. I thought he was gonna run out, but he did block.
Going with Devontae Smith. This man is a route technician. Yes, there's other plays where he probably could get the ball, and he doesn't. But he just keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. I went down the deep dive of just appreciation this morning of like, I was like, I could easily go on Twitter. I could easily go on any social media platform. I could easily share the stream with AJ Brown and like be in that sense and like give my dumb take about what the streamer said. He didn't say anything wrong. I actually think he's a funny dude. I just feel like I'm putting my attention on the Slim Reaper because that dude to me exemplifies what a true professional. Like there's another level of like you make it to the NFL, you make big leagues, but then when you become a pro, whether it's taking care of your body, the way that you handle yourself, the way that you that man should get a C. If they could get an extra C, I give it to him in a heartbeat because that dude deserves a C. He just continues to show up.
But I do have a question for the Packers though. If Packer fans, are you watching? Where the hell was Michael Parsons?
All that money.
I said in the beginning of the game, I was not worried about that dude, man.
Y'all said
one tackle.
We didn't do a damn
one
thing.
tackle.
I be he out here trying to trip people too. His old
Yeah.
Penn State
bro.
alumni.
It's whack.
Yeah, man. And last but not least, the underdog performance. My underdog performance goes to Lane Johnson. I talk about just gutting out a performance where you get your ankle rolled up. Anytime we know, and again, if you go back to the offense, struggles a little bit. We struggle without Lane Johnson. Although Fred Johnson did his thing, but him leaving the field on a stretcher, I'm in shambles. I'm sitting there trying to get my drink at the halftime. I'm like, can anyone give me an update? Because I'm thinking he's done for the year, and I was distraught, kind of like thinking, damn, bro, like this no Lane, and then Lane comes out of the tunnel and he's back on the sideline, and
Call him the Undertaker.
he put out that meme with the Undertaker coming back, so he's my underdog. What about you? What about you, Prime? Who's your underdog?
I'm gonna go with Fred Johnson, bro. I'm gonna go with Fred Johnson because of the fact that he came in clutch with Lane being out. Again, he went up against Micah quite a few times, and look, the man still only ended up one tackle. So I mean, like he played his part. He filled in very well. A lot of people that we were sitting with, were worried, especially my man to the right of me. God, I don't think I'll ever forget this dude because I mean, he was asking me every single play, like, you think we should have did this? You think we should have did that? Was it this? Was it that? How many times did you see Brandon Graham in the game? How many times did you see? I'm like, dude, man, you don't stop. I'm trying to watch the goddamn game. Yeah, bro. Fred Johnson held it down, and it felt good. It felt good knowing that, that he ended up, holding it down against, one of the so-called best defensive players of the game, but he definitely was not the best that day. He got shut down. So yeah, Fred Johnson all day.
What about you, Kincaid?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with my guy, N'Kobe Dean. That dude was like, remember Terry Tate on the Reebok commercial with the copy center? Like he was tackling people in the office because they copied too many copies.
Yeah, I remember that commercial.
Yeah. The hall monitor, definitely. Gotta give it to the N'Kobe Dean, bro. He was all over. Hair was on fire. I feel bad for Campbell, man, because Campbell's playing time is diminishing, but Kobe Dean is playing Tasmanian Devil, bro.
What say you, Tim? Your underdog?
I'm gonna go with Shipley, because he made a lot of plays on third down when he got his number called. Like, he stepped up. He did. He made that huge catch to the sidelines, keep the drive going on third down. Like, when his number did get called, he gave 110%. So when you have your other guys out of the game, when you're not expecting somebody to come out like that, I thought he was coming out like a shot out of a gun. I thought it was impressive.
Well, you heard our underdogs, but football season full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Are you ready to get off the bench and into the game? Then head over to Underdog and get in on all the action. Playing Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on some stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. If I'm thinking Ford versus the Lions, would I say A.J. Brown gets over 50 yards versus the Lions? Higher or lower? Anyone?
Higher.
Anyone?
I'm going to say higher than 50.
Saquon Barkley over 100 versus the Lions. Higher or lower?
Lower.
I'm saying higher.
I'm going to go higher.
I'm going to go higher too.
Jalen Hurts over 250 yards passing versus the Lions.
Higher.
How rushing touchdowns? Over one. This is the longest streak. It's the longest streak in a while that Jalen Hurts has in a rushing touchdown. Do you think one higher or lower than one?
Higher.
Tush push touchdown?
Yeah, tush push.
I'm gonna go higher. Just Jalen Hurts or overall team?
Overall rushing touchdowns for Jalen.
Oh,
higher than one.
Higher.
Higher.
Yeah,
Okay.
higher.
Well, you heard it here first. Now, make sure you download the app today. Sign up with the promo code Jawn to score $100 in bonus entries when you play with your first $5. That's promo code Jawn. Underdogs make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado. For some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-gambler or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. FAI, okay? Not Allen Iverson, but FAI, okay? We can get things done without AI, okay? Just in general, I mean, I think we got to think about all these wins. I try to stay clear from the pundits, just the way that they talk about Seattle. They talk about the Lions or the Rams, but they love to disrespect the Eagles every chance they get.
Yeah.
Surprising?
No,
No,
I mean
not
everybody
at all.
hates us. Everybody hates us.
No one likes
Yeah.
us. We don't care. I mean, really, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it doesn't bother me, but it is just getting tired of it. Like they try and nitpick it, like you know what I mean? Like we've got the same amount of rings as KC. You know what I mean? Like I do see our team trending that direction. I'm happy to be a fan of the Eagles, like I have been my whole life. But they're the microscope. I think it's over dramatized. I think it's like they're nitpicking.
That, and then you got just everybody just, all Eagle fans are so cocky. Oh, and it's like, bro, like we won 2 in like the span of 7-8 years. Like KC fans were going around like, yeah, we're allowed to stunt just like everybody else. Cowboys were stunting in the 90s, and we still telling them to shut the F up.
Dooney says, dang, Prom. All right, I'll stop asking you questions during the game. Next game. Hey, speaking of people asked about the experience being at Lambeau. We got shout out to Amanda. We got those seat backs you can rent for like $10. You put don't ever get the seat backs because
Are you sitting on a bench?
You were all sitting on a bench. So if you got somebody that's bigger than you, they are going to slide over into your area. There's no way to kick them out of your area. By the end of the game, you feel like your family because that's how close y'all sit together. To get up to get a drink, it's not one of those like, oh, just move down the aisle. Oh, sorry, excuse me. You have to stand on the bench. So you're literally doing like some gymnastics to balance on. We're talking about drunk people. Some people are drunk. Not everyone's been drunk.
Yeah.
Multiple people have fallen that I saw, and the steps are higher than the normal steps at any stadium that I've seen. So I've seen there's like 5-foot women. They're throwing like ropes over the. They're doing rock climbing to get to the other step. That's how high some of the other steps are.
We learned the day of the tour. I mean,
somebody fall up the stairs?
No, it was me. My first step going down, I was like, oh, I almost lost it.
He turned around and said, "Everybody, watch your step."
Yo, that thing was crazy.
You guys might know the name of the mom and daughter that came with us, and the daughter was stuck next to me. And I said to her, the one thing you got going for you is I let off a lot of body heat. I said, you're not going to be cold.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you say that, Tim, because me, Gail, we were we had our seats, and then I had this big boy next to me. It was like Alex's size, and I told him straight up. He had a poncho on and everything. I was like, my boy, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like feed off your heat right now because you're blocking all the wind chill and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? You good. But it's like Gail said, I mean, you're like so tight. Like at some point I had to like move to the side and like, stand there like this. And then You know, a couple of times I had to like shimmy my way through and then go to the other side. It was just like, yeah. I ended up getting the paddings because thank God we got all the, you know, all the heads up that we got was getting the padding for your feet and for the bleachers, because you know we learned the hard way when we went to Buffalo together the one year. We froze our asses off, and we were not trying to do that again. So you had to get the padding for the seat, and then the padding for the floor was to stop the, you know, the coldness from the cement, you know, to rise up and get eventually to your feet. And I'm gonna tell you right now, came in clutch because I didn't feel no coldness whatsoever. Came
What
in
did you
clutch.
do?
It was perfect. You just bought they sell these paddings.
Uh-huh.
They're like $10. You put it down on the floor and you just step on it and stay on that padding the whole time. Do not touch the cement floor. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if like when we're at the link, I'm gonna probably start taking this thing with me to the link and just keep my feet on this thing the whole time, because you know
It's those little foam single handle. You know what I mean? The little thin foam guys that you'd see at like a high school game. But it was clutch because it kept the separation of the metal off you, and they were only $10. And the rental things that Gail got were $10. So, and we made none of them say Green Bay, so we each got a souvenir that says Lambeau Field, which is kind of cool. So it doesn't. They didn't put the Green Bay sign on there. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have purchased.
Probably left that on there. Huh? Is there anything like the steps like the Coliseum in LA? Because those steps are brutal.
Yeah, it's something like it. I mean, it was it just feels like it feels like somebody your forefathers might have built it. It's just kind of like, you know, it is what it is.
If you're drunk going down those stairs, somebody was going to bust their ass.
And Kincaid, the guy who was giving us the tour guide, he told us the seats are set for 18 inches.
Oh, my big ass ain't going. I'm taking more than that.
Welcome to my problem. I was so happy that the young girl was next to me because she gave me an extra 3 to 4 to be able to have some space.
I'm taking more of that.
But once again, shout out to Philly Sports Trips for helping us have this great experience. It was a great honor to take care of all you crazy fans out there, man. And there was just the energy was crazy all week. But the 2025 Birds Takeover is halfway complete. We have the Dallas game coming up, man. The Dallas game is going to be huge. We have the Birds Takeover in Los Angeles, December 5th. We have the Birds Takeover in Washington, and then we're going to close it out with the Birds Takeover in Buffalo, December 27th through 29th. Make sure you hit up Philly Sports Trips if you're looking to go on a spectacular trip, man. It's a good experience. Make sure you go to phillysportstrips.com. Make sure to follow them at Philly_sports_trips on IG, at Sports Trips PHL on X, Philly Sports Trips on Facebook. For more information, hit up phillysportstrips.com. Just a good time, man, overall, man. I'm excited for the upcoming Lions game. We have a tailgate. You know, I'm not sure if you realize we have a Club Jawn will be in full effect. Club Jawn usually is an opportunity to rock out with your guy Lowski. Usually a good time. I'm wondering if I still have the video of my guy here. We got this. Looks like a Chappelle sketch.
Shout out Jordan with the moves.
Jordan with the moves. I can't even speak.
You all right, bro?
No, just look at Jordan over here, like he's in a trance. He looks like a moth to a flame, burnt by desire. That's the way
He looks
that
like
goes,
a pastor shaking it.
But then in the end, he starts smiling, and then he puts the so Club Jawn is a different level of energy. But shout out to Lowski. Reverend Lowski will be holding down the fort. So Club Jawn, I know people are asking already. We'll have the information out there soon. Shout out to Bud Light and Red Bull for holding down the tailgate. Shout out to Bud Light for holding us down all these years, and shout out to Recover 180, man. Shout out to Recover 180. Obviously, you know, right after we got off the plane, Tim sends me Tim sends me a text. He's like, "Dude, thank God I have a recovery in my car." So shout out to Recovery, man. Recover 180 is the only organic sports hydration on the market, and we're excited to partner up. So y'all know Recover 180 has 0 sugar added, 20 calories, 2 carbs, USDA organic coconut water. Make sure you hit them up at Drink Recover. Make sure you hydrate better. So that's hashtag hydrate better. I got one of my favorite flavors is peach mango, but the watermelon be hitting. Okay. But shout out to I don't know if I said DJ Lowski. Shout out to DJ Lowski, the Reverend at the tailgate who takes you to church. Shout out to Use Guys, man. Use Guys is talk about doing a chicken cheesesteak. They've been supplying Evan with the supplies for the cheesesteaks. So Evan's gonna do his cheesesteaks. Philly Use Guys is gonna do a chicken cheesesteak. Also Eddie from Francello's will be supplying the pizzas per usual. We have Chris Lee in the building bringing his cookies. So
You got some fellies up there.
And shout out to Cefelli's as well, man. Shout out to Cefelli's in the building, supplying the meat for the tailgate. And then last but not least, we have Karen, this woman Karen, shout out to Karen. She doesn't know I'm shouting her out now, but she's bringing boiled peanuts to the tailgate. I know Tim, I know Evan likes the peanuts in his beer. This might be a great opportunity for them to collab on something. But boiled peanuts, you ready for that? Have you ever heard of that?
Never heard of it.
I know Prime's his menu is very limited. Would you go outside your comfort zone and try the boiled peanuts at the tailgate?
Maybe.
Picky eater, bro. Who knows one picky ass eater, bro?
He said maybe.
Did Prime just say yes? Almost like that was not a solid no. That was like, I'll think about it.
Hey,
yeah, I'll think about it.
But shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly. Go Nuts. Yeah, this part of the show, obviously, we talk about anything that's on your chest that you might have to say. It doesn't have to be anything about football.
I got a good one.
It could be anything related to something you got to get off your chest.
Mm-hmm.
It could be directed at a player. It could be. Who wants to start? Anyone?
I got a good one.
Go, all right, Tim.
Start it up.
Is it me, or is it every time that we get a guy that we're like counting on, they just say, I need to retire? I definitely want to say this, man. I've been seeing some things like where they're talking about Jair Alexander and stuff like that. He's grown. He can do whatever he wants to do. Mentally, physically, he needs to step away. Respect his space. But it's like, damn, man, every time they come to Philly, like, is there something wrong with us? But yeah, that's what I had to put. I had to throw that out there because I've seen a lot of bad stuff talking about Jair Alexander, and it's, mental is everything, man.
We didn't even get a chance to talk about Jair.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead. I mean, you were saying it.
Yeah, I was just saying. I was just tired of people bashing him. I see that online today. I didn't like that. Like, if he feels like he can't do it, he needs to step away. To respect it, man. He's grown. You know what I'm saying? Got to have grown people.
How long? But how long has he been feeling like this? I'm not bashing him. I'm not coming at him no way because I respect the whole check your mindset. Trust me when I tell you that is a key thing in my life. I personally deal with it. I personally know family that deal with it. You know what I mean? I talked about it early in the year when I went through my injury. That took a mental part. You know what I mean? Like it was. I feel it. But my thing is, how long have you known that? This is where the frustration for me at, because this is my say with my chest. If you felt like this, because obviously you haven't been playing this year that much, and you felt like this. I mean, it would have been nice to speak up on it then. Knowing this move, knowing what we put out, knowing what we gave up, You know, I mean, knowing the effect that it's going to take on us, like where do you think about all that? You know what I mean? Like we've heard stories while we were in Green Bay about this guy. They had some serious stories to talk about him. And this is where I feel like the frustration, because what we heard this past weekend about him, how he is, how, you know, some weirdness kicks in, you know, some different perspectives he takes and all that stuff. I just felt like he should have spoke on it way sooner, not wait for this opportunity. And if you're checked out, then you're checked out. You come first. Your life comes first. Your family comes first. Then you know, by all means, do what you got to do for yourself and for your family. But the just waiting, go do a practice, wait as the paperwork's getting filled out. I don't know what you felt like you were getting out of that. Like, obviously, it wasn't going anywhere.
I think so much. So I think something happened. I think something happened between him and Fangio. I'm not that they're going to report it, but I just feel like something happened where he didn't, his expectations weren't met, and he was like, "I'm not traveling," or something, or "I'm not starting," or something like that. I feel like something happened. I mean, even we were in the stands, and someone was like, "Do you think it's weird that he didn't travel?" I said, "Yeah, it's weird."
We were talking about that before the trip.
And the funny thing is, we're in a, you know, obviously, shout out to the Uber drivers again. I've never tipped more than an actual Uber driver, but every Uber driver that we got,
it's 5 stars coming back.
You get 5 star.
There's 5 stars coming back.
You don't have 5 stars on your Uber profile. There's something
4.9 guy. 4.9. 4.9. 4.9. Okay. But our Uber drivers, I'm just saying, I've been impersonating them all, all trip. But they gave,
like,
that's
how they talk. That's how they talk.
Okay, I got you.
Every time we started doing something great, I would turn around to the Packer fans. I was like, "F yeah," and they didn't like it. But our Uber driver goes, I said, "What is your take on Jair Alexander?" He goes, "I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna do it in his accent because it's fuck yeah."
Oh, do it. No, you gotta do it.
Weirdest Packer I've ever. You know, I picked a lot of people up there. Weird. He's like, he loves his anime. Yeah. He's like, he comes in my car playing anime.
Gail's accent turns Irish every time he tries to talk like a Packer.
He's like, who plays anime this loud? It's like he's in my car, trying to give him a ride. Anime all the way up to 10. He's like, disrespectful. He's like, basically saying the weirdest interactions that he's ever had.
Yeah, bro. It
was with Jair Alexander.
Question. What did you say? Because I know your ass said something.
Oh man, yeah, but I mean, I was laughing because as soon as like Gail said, we ended up getting it 2 days in a row. He came and picked me up by myself the next day when I had to go meet down at the rest center. As soon as I got in, and both occasions it was come up front, fuck yeah, sit here, and I mean, I'm like, okay, let's go. And he gave his story about Jair Alexander, bro. It was some weird shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the guy even said something's fucking wrong with the guy. He's So that's why, you know, I just question, how long have you known this? You know what I mean? Like is this something that's just, you know, that just happened yesterday? I don't think it has. And you know, like to Gail's point, we talked about it before the trip started. Like, why aren't you traveling with the team? Like I would have. They were expecting him to be suited up. I personally didn't think he was going to go ahead and get suited up and play, but to not travel with the team, it was just like something's weird there. But going back to the experience with the Uber drivers, man, hands down, the best Uber experience I ever had with all the Uber drivers we had that weekend. It was just like they were all great. They were all talkative. They all had fun with us. I mean, their accent and. Where do we go? What was it called? The Drift In?
Drift In.
The old lady that like they pronounce their go Pac go like I'm like it was
this
it was
accent,
wild.
y'all are killing.
Fuck
Kincaid,
yeah!
Kincaid, it's not that
It
far
was
off.
wild.
It really isn't. It wasn't that far
It's
off.
not.
Man.
Yo,
It's not, bro. Like you as soon as you hear, you start doing the same thing.
I swear to God, Uber driver picked us up. Where are you guys going? We're like,
Where you
we're going to the Drift Inn. Oh fuck yeah!
My favorite spot.
It's like fuck yeah! Like we're like, so where
Cheese
should we go to
curds.
eat?
The cheese curds.
Oh,
You gotta get the cheese curds.
Gotta get.
I mean,
the
they were
cheese. Gotta get
speaking
the
Irish.
cheese curd.
They were speaking Irish.
He's like best place.
Man.
Yeah, he drifted in.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
We getting ready for the Ireland trip next year. You know what I mean? If it happens.
It sounded like you all went to Ireland. Yeah.
Look, bro. It's
the
wild.
whole game.
It's
I was
wild.
saying, fuck yeah! The chili was banging though.
Oh
Kincaid,
man, that
Kincaid,
you see
I
now. You
couldn't-
see that?
Alright,
you see
that's
that
good,
burger right
bro.
there?
Yeah.
You see that? You
Here
see
it
that
goes,
burger
here it
right
goes.
there?
Oh, this
Let
guy.
me-
Let me hear
Let me,
from
let me
Primo.
tell you. No, let me tell you about that burger, man. You guys know everywhere I go, I always get a burger just to see what it's like in every place I go. But this burger, I didn't want to be rude. They kept on asking me. These guys kept on pressing me. Yo, what do you think about the burger? I'm gonna tell y'all when I leave. Yo, what do you think about the burger, bro? I'm gonna tell you when I leave. Yo, what do you think about the burger? Man, it was a fucking Happy Meal. Like, that's all it was. It was just a regular cheeseburger. You know what I mean? They put the onions, the cut diced onions, the pickles, the mustard, the ketchup. It was a Happy Meal burger. And honestly, it had turned my stomach. So I really was not impressed about the burger.
But Kincaid, when I tell you,
Cheese
Kincaid,
curds.
the most expensive thing on the menu was $6.50.
$6. Bro. What?
How much was the beer?
Yo, they gave us cheese. What did they gave us chili powder to take home with us. They were like, you guys have been such great guests. I'm not gonna do the accent because she had a normal accent, but they gave us chili powder.
I got to spray this to the chat. So those of you who don't know, Primo loves burgers, and Primo needs to have his own burger show. Like we need to have a fourth. We got to have a fourth from Jawn like burger show. If you go to my social, and you'll see it what he rates In and Out burger. Okay?
In and Out.
Hilarious, bro.
I catch shit from these two all the time. In and Out.
Hey, but the chili, I'll give that from a 4 out of. I mean, out of 5 rating or whatever. I give it a 5. Fuck yes, that chili was fantastic. I don't care if you don't like spaghetti in your chili.
Yeah.
I had
chili?
Oh yeah, that was some wild shit. See. That's
I'm
the
saying.
difference
Whole new
between
world.
you.
We're in a
That's
whole
the
new
difference
world,
between you
Kincaid.
two black men right there.
I'm saying I was in Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, they also put spaghetti in their chili. There's a place called Skyline.
Man.
Yo, the
Skyline
chili
chili?
was here. Chili was effing good.
I had
man.
Skyline chili. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Spaghetti
people-
and chili had me thrown off.
That's kind of weird. I ain't gonna even front. I've never had that.
But
combo.
Kincaid, the lady comes out of the back room and she's like, "All right, so I just got clearance from the owner." We kind of looked at her like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She's like,
I thought
"So
that
we
was
brought
funny
you
when
all-
she said that.
She brought you all the chili powder. So this is how you can season your chili at home. You got the
Chili
drift in chili, but you would have thought she was giving us like the secret recipe to like Pepsi or something. Like she came out with these bags.
That's
And-
hilarious.
She was like, "Here you go." And so she gave pretty much everybody. At
I
the
miss
table
traveling with
everybody
y'all.
got
Roy is bomb, man. I've had the best moments with y'all when I travel with y'all, man. Especially Primo. Primo kills me, bro. Because the jersey, you can't take the jersey out the cat. It's so dirty.
Were there beans in that chili? Yeah, there's beans there. Yeah.
Yeah, there was beans in the chili. Don't you remember the encounter between Jamie and Jody? Like
Jamie and Jody kept taking them out.
They taking the beans out.
No,
Oh,
so
man.
she didn't like him. So she scoops half of his bowl into hers because he got this big one.
Spaghetti?
And she just kept taking
Yo,
all the beans
when-
out and throwing them back in his.
when Jamie gets mad, bro.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Shout out to Philly Sports Guy in the building. But we had a couple questions. I know we didn't get to all our say with your chest. Did you finish your Primo, do you have your say it with your chest?
I did say it with my chest. That was the
Okay.
whole Jair
Tim?
Alexander thing.
Tim? Armstrong?
Mine was
Armstrong.
the Wisconsin fans were too damn nice. I'm just being 100% honest. There's a reason why they've been voted. I enjoyed the experience. They were all fantastic. But Kincaid, when I tell you, every Eagles fan was in check because we couldn't talk shit. Like every time I had an 80-year-old grandma say, "We're going to come and beat you on Monday." I'm just kidding. I hope you guys do well. I hope it's a good game.
Oh, hell no.
What do you do?
I wanted to tell
That's weird.
Man, don't break character.
Yeah. What?
They were awesome. Hospitality, Ubers.
It was
that nice.
They were that nice. They were that nice.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off yours. Say it with your chest. Their fans were amazing outside the stadium. I mean, they just really nice people. We had a lot of great conversations. Our Uber drivers, fuck yeah, were amazing. That was the best part of the trip, was talking to the Uber drivers. Just hearing about. One guy was just like, yeah, he's like, he said something about, I'll skip that conversation. I'll skip Tim's Uber.
You can't touch on my Uber driver
conversation as well.
Started off awesome. We called him back afterwards. When he wasn't on the Uber clock, things switched up dramatically. It's me, Sarah, Jamie, and Jody, and boom.
It just went down. But besides that, my Uber ratings were, I gave 5. If I could have gave it a 6 or 7, I would have gave it a 10. But the people were just amazingly nice to us, so which is nice. But Heather says her say with your chest is, I'm allowed to put my Christmas tree up whenever I want.
Mine's already up. I'm with you.
It's still it's disrespectful. Disrespectful to Thanksgiving is all I'm saying. Can we give thanks?
You also don't have kids. So you got a cat.
Mike, shout out to our cat, because our cat loves Christmas because she hides under the tree. She loves Christmas.
Then you need to put it up.
I want to be thankful first before I put it up. Thanksgiving, man. Disrespectful. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I know there was a couple quick questions. Does AJ Dillon, does he get cut? Because he was a healthy scratch this week. Yeah. It's hard to keep 4 running backs.
I mean, the way that Shipley bounced back from his injury and bringing on Tank Bigsby and the way he's doing, I hate to say it because I've heard he's a fantastic guy. Green Bay had nothing bad to say. Well, they didn't have anything bad to say, period. But everything, all the stories about AJ Dillon were, he's the one that suggested the drift in, Kincaid. He's the one that got on a podcast and was like, this is a local spot, go check it out. So he supported the community. But I feel that the experiment in Philly, I feel like that it's come to an end.
We had another question here. One was shout out to Mark Bird. He said he's coming to LA. He's got that.
This guy, I got a story to tell after this. I got a story for you guys.
Okay. Ooh, this guy.
I love Mark.
Eric said y'all got a chance to sit down. The only chance we had in my section was half. Didn't really get a chance to sit down.
Well, we sat we sat down during commercial breaks. That was it.
Yeah.
Commercial breaks, we sat down.
Shout out to Eric. We ran into Eric out there. Always good seeing you. His friend was awesome. He had a little he tore his ACL, had a little chair to him. He was doing a little Tokyo drift right in the area of the walkthrough. Was pretty cool. So we got a nice little tour through there. But we also had
trying to start shit by like flattening his tires and everything, but we could. He was a Green Bay fan, his boy.
Adrian also asked, how do you guys feel about our safeties? Lots of up and down moments for both Reed and Makuba. Not much depth behind him. I think Reed, he had some great plays. That break on the ball. I know Melton kind of bobbled it, but he was there to knock it loose. Yeah. I think Makuba, you got to let Makuba in the sense you got to let a rookie. He's getting valuable snaps. He's going to learn as he goes, and he's learning on the fly. I think as you see guys like Campbell, I think, let him learn on the fly. Is he a true edge? You're seeing that it's he doesn't have. I don't think he has his NFL body yet. Like he's getting there. But I think Dean taking his role back. Dean is just you see him go up the A gap and just mess shit up. Like he's short enough to get underneath. Bro, he's got the juice now.
He is a menace, bro.
He's got the juice now.
I was going to say real quick, Michael Taylor, like and subscribe because we went on for about 20 minutes at the beginning about AJ. So we're not gonna go back to that world of hurt.
Brandon says, "Would you fire KP while you're 7-2?" You're 7-2 now. Continuity is everything. Consultants are also different. Like you bring in a consultant, but like you're not going to get rid of your. I think he's. 2 weeks before what we were saying, it's starting to look good, right?
Starting to look good.
It was a tough defense. Trying to figure out any
I was
other
just
questions?
tired of Cowboy fans saying, "Oh, we put 40 on them." I'm like, yeah, and how'd that go? You top. Now your record looks like an area code. That.
Let's see. Any other questions in the chat? But we appreciate you guys for sticking in for the live chat. Appreciate you guys who listen to the podcast on your weekly schedule, whatever that is. We appreciate you guys sticking in with us and going for the ride. Appreciate all you people that we met on the road. A lot of great people that support the brand that you never met before, but you meet them and they let you know that they listen or love what we do. We appreciate you guys. Anyone coming to the tailgates, just come on in. Shout out to Helena bringing coquito and pastillo for the tribe on Sunday. Pasteles.
Pastelillos.
I know Prime will probably eat a quarter of those. And put them in his little section
and put them in my truck. Yep. I'm gonna be the Grinch. I ain't sharing shit.
It's like him with the Brazil soda.
Oh yeah, Bob, who's all caps, fire Sirianni. Still, yeah, the guy gave us
a ring, bro.
The guy gave us a damn ring. Okay. Dooney says,
I'm gonna call Bob's boss. I'm like, yo, you gonna fire Bob?
Dooney's watching the Flyers, but shout out to Dooney again. We had a great time with you out there in Green Bay. Shout out to the AJ, the voice of an angel.
AJ
also says fire Patullo. Damn, AJ. Resident hater Pete Nathan chimes in. Offense got to be better within a couple weeks. If not, might not repeat for the 23 season.
Don't you say that? Don't you bring that back?
This guy, talk about bad energy, man.
Put him in the bathroom.
AJ got cramps, so she's allowed to say anything she wants.
Hey, well, you know what? You know what he just said? He just said, "I'm not taking back, and I'm not sorry for my comments." That's what he just said.
Fuck yeah.
That was classic.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. But before we get out of here, we're gonna go with our last word. We're gonna go with you, Mr. Armstrong. Give us your last word.
So this week, fantastic trip, bucket list, 100%. Enjoyed every minute. My wife and I had a fantastic time, not only being with you guys, but meeting everybody on the trip. I don't think it could have gone much better. Shout out to Eddie for taking care of me and my wife for that first half. Shout out to my neighbor, Theo, who's a new listener. He's came over, shot me a text. He's like, I've been listening to the podcast the last few weeks. So, yep. So just wanted to shoot that out there. But Detroit's very short time, short week. Back on Sunday, night game. It's going to be a little brisk around here. I'm just getting excited for what's coming up. So go Birds, baby.
Last word, Mr. Kincaid.
I gotta take this moment, man. I gotta shout out our guy, Mark Bird. This guy. So him and I've been planning this whole LA trip. So I'm going to San Diego. Shout out to my Aunt Jess. She's getting married. And then I'm going to be driving from San Diego down to LA. So the initial planning was this: him and I were going to go get a seat together, blah, 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 right? And then my wife was like, nah, it's cool. I can go now. So we're going to be able to make the LA game. So Chargers versus Eagles. So I sent him, I said, hey, if you don't mind, I got to get 2 extra tickets for my family because my wife and my daughter want to go. I sent him the tickets. I sent him like the seats just to say, hey, here's the seats. Think about it. Let me know. You know what Mark does? He buys them off the rip. I look at my wife. My wife looks at me. She goes, damn. So, okay. So definitely got to send a shout out to Mark Bird, man, for I am paying him, but I just want to say that man he's a man of his word. He's like, yo, I'm going. And then they were cheap seats, so I'm there. I'm in LA, baby, all day.
There we go. Like to hear that. Last word, Primo.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Philly Sports Trips for the experience that we got to go ahead and have this past weekend. Me and Gail were chaperones of this trip. It was a great time. Definitely one trip to go ahead and mark off the bucket list. Green Bay was fantastic. For those that are looking to go ahead and make this trip somewhere down the future, highly recommend it. Take your time taking it all in, the stadium, the surroundings. We didn't really talk much about that, but the surroundings around that stadium was beautiful, man. Like the houses, the way they're set up. I know our fan base is crazy, and I'm pretty sure if it was vice versa, if that was the link and that was any of our houses around the link like that, we would have been set up the same way. But it was just beautiful to see. Some of the amount of money these houses were going for on a weekly basis, and the amount of money people drop at these houses is just wild. Maybe a conversation for another show, but it was wild. It was again, an enjoyable time. Shout out to Dooney once again, Bob, and us two for holding it down, man. We got so many great compliments from everybody on how the trip went and the experience. A lot of people for their first time, joining us. It was good to hear. I was saying that to Gail, like this is why I love doing what I do, because you get feedback like this. So it was great. I'm glad everything turned out perfect. Looking forward to the next one, and go Birds, man. Let's just get ready for this Detroit game. We're going to eventually go ahead and figure this thing out. It's like I said, the second half is here, and the road back to the Super Bowl starts now.
Last word again. Thank you to all you guys just supporting the brand, just tapping in and supporting, and people showing up to the tailgates. We appreciate you guys, all the sponsors that make it happen. Appreciate you as well. Shout out to Evan Hollywood Hearn, who's working. He's a working man. He's working tonight, but we appreciate Ev and his skill set, man. This guy's the best cheesesteak maker. You got to come to the tailgate to make sure you get a taste. And again, shout out to Amanda, who accompanied me on the trip. It was great having her with us. It was a good time. Great having Sarah with us. Just overall, we just had we were like kids out there. Like obviously, everybody's talking about mental health and stuff. I mean, these kind of trips, creating memories, is really what it's about. This stuff kind of goes hand in hand with 4th and Jawn. It's really about creating these memories out here, doing stuff we love, which is the Birds. But we'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, it is fly, Eagles, fly.